Do not cross. Well, no hablo inglés, señor. I'm crossing. In my last video, I told you how the city here was over 6,000 years old. But I didn't tell you how the various groups who've occupied it managed to defend it. Welcome to the fortress. Now, for me, at least, if you're going to try and understand a place like this, you're going to try and understand why a building like this exists, why it was necessary to even build it in the first place, because it takes a lot of effort. The first thing you should do is to walk the battlements. Try and put yourself in the same headspace as the thousands and thousands of men who would have walked this over the years. Have a look at what they would have seen. Because of course, we're in the Balkans. And when you're in the Balkans, you're just surrounded by mountains and hills. So it's very, very easy for an enemy to just, well, sneak up on you, basically. If they were to come over the mountain there, kill your watch postmen, kill your scouts, which is easy enough to do when people fall asleep, you just send somebody in and... So it's necessary to have a big place like this where you can keep an eye on everything and you can see them coming in plenty of time to prepare yourself. So let me give you an example of that. Now I know it might be kind of difficult to imagine, because obviously you see modern buildings and, well, not so modern buildings sometimes in the way there. You imagine you're an archer or something along those lines. That's what you can see. You can see for miles there. You can see up on top of that mountain. You can see what's coming over it. Some bad guys with hostile intent and the like. Oh, this looks dodgy. Ah, we're fine, we're fine. Heavier guys than me walk this. A wee door, perfectly situated for guys my height. Now, alright, okay, I don't really know what that is. That's interesting. That's obviously not a early days monument. I mean, that guy's carrying a gun, so... Any inscription, any indication of what that is? No, we have a lady and a guy protecting her. Very nice. You can imagine standing here, you can see everything that comes in that waterway there, everything coming up the river. If you don't like it, you sink it. Ah, tourists. You better get out my road. I'm trying to talk to my camera. Oh, this is where the vertigo hits me. Just to give you a wee bit of context of how high up we are, and there's another part of the building there that's no longer attached anymore. I want to be... ah, there's a watchtower thing. I swear, they two better get to somewhere else. Otherwise I'm climbing it and I'm just going to ruin their day. I don't care. Now, as you can imagine, back in the 6th century when this place was built by the Emperor Justinian, that red building there was not part of the complex. That looks like it was built during the Yugoslav period. Don't know if it kind of ruins it a wee bit. I think it maybe does slightly, but never mind. What are these arseholes actually up to? I've been standing here for ages waiting for them to get themselves to move, but they're not going to do it, so I'm going to have to talk about something else and come back, because I'm determined to go up that. So, one of the interesting things about this place that I've just noticed actually, and you don't see this very often, at least not as blatantly, So I told you in my last video how there's been countless different groups have occupied this city over the years. And when you've seen the walls earlier on, you probably thought to yourself, I mean, look at that, that wasn't built in the 6th century AD, that's a bit too modern looking. Well, you would be correct. Basically this place has been built, then built on again, then built on again, then built on again, countless times. And as a result, you can see the layers of ages, the layers of empire just built up on top of each other. And the call to prayer in the background. Good timing, lads, as always. So, just to make my point, have a look at this. If you look there, and then as you go up, you see that the layers of brickwork just gradually change, the building techniques change, and then whatever that thing there is, I've got church bells as well now. Fantastic, perfect. Looks like they're in a competition with each other. So you've got the ancient layers here. I'll just wait. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by, well, the mosque's still gone, but that's not as loud, so we can talk over that. You can see here, especially, right down the very bottom there, you can see the ancient stones that would have been built there, well over 1,000 years ago, and then on top of it you've got different techniques of building, and then more techniques of building. And then you get up here, you've also got this thing, whatever it is, it looks like a well. You've got an even newer layer up here, and then of course you've got the Yugoslav period. It's very, very rare that you would see something that blatant in a building like this. I just spotted it and thought, wow, that's actually quite interesting if you're a geek like me, but I'm guessing you probably are if you're watching this far. But anyway, these battlements. Now I'm going to go up in that other bit there once these two arseholes move. But I could probably talk to you from this one, try and give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So put yourself in the mindset, if you can, of one of Justinian's soldiers. One of the soldiers of the First Bulgarian Empire, who also made this their capital. Wouldn't have been any cars back then, obviously, so again, imagination. Or you could put yourself in the mindset of one of the Serbian soldiers from the First Serbian Empire. Walking these battlements every day, just waiting for some bad guy to come over there and try and take you by surprise. But of course you won't be taken by surprise because you've got the vantage point, and that's why this fortress was so important. Here, by the way, is that an artillery gun? No chance. Oft. It is as well. It is, you know. Well, there, I did not expect to see that. Just a wee random artillery gun. Well, there you go. So not only was this fortress important for defending the city, something else quite interesting as well. This was also where Stefan Dusan, I believe I've pronounced that correctly, any Serbs can tell me if I'm wrong, Stefan Dusan decided, who was the ruler of Serbia at the time, the Serbian Empire, he made a decision that he wanted to be known as emperor. And so he decided that this was the place, it was this fortress here where he had his coronation. And then he decided, whilst he was here, that he was going to make the capital of his empire, Skopje. So there you go, this was not only a place of defence, it was a place of coronations and capital city changes and the like. You ever get the feeling they don't want you to go in there? Wow, okay. Jesus Christ, look at that. There's no health and safety in the Balkans, remember I told you that? Wow, that would rip the face clean off you. Christ. But this is actually quite a good place to show you. I was saying that there's many, many layers of empire that have been here. Lots of different building techniques, lots of different groups who have occupied it. Perfect example. Look how old some of this looks. This is probably your very early age stuff. Not that, talk about that in a minute, that's a story. A mad story. Because see how old some of this is. And the more they dig, the more they're actually finding, which is quite interesting as well. In fact, even before the first known fortress was built by Justinian in the 6th century, they did excavations here and they found not only hoards of Byzantine coins and stuff like that, which you would expect, but they also found settlements, houses from 3000 BC. So if the city here was settled around about 4000 BC and they've found houses from 3000 BC, that basically means that from a very, very early stage, people realised just how important this bit was, this up on the hill here, how strategic it was for seeing everything. And people lived here before it was a castle or a fortress or whatever. But anyway, I told you this was a story. Wait till you hear this, right? Let me show you it again so you know what I'm talking about. This rather peculiar looking structure, which clearly wasn't built recently. Clearly they've done that a while ago and then just stopped. So how does a thing like that happen? Well, some moron, let's just go with that word because it was a blatant idiot, it was just pure stupidity, right? I think I'm going to swear if I keep talking. Some moron in the Macedonian government, not naming any names, but you know, there's a few, thought it would be a good idea to have a steel church built here. Now, why is that a problem? Well, a group of 100 ethnic Albanians showed up because they noticed that there was some stuff going on in here in the middle of the night. This wasn't a daytime project, so they got them to build this in the middle of the night, which tells you that they kind of knew they were at it. So these Albanian guys showed up and they found these construction workers working through the night. They said to them, "What are you doing?" He was, "Well, why are you building a random church in the middle of a fortress? You know, this is for everybody. Who told you to build this?" And they said, "Oh, we can't tell you that." So a standoff ensued, as you would imagine. Eventually it was calmed down. And essentially what happened was the Macedonian government were being investigated for quite a bit of corruption and fraud at the time, and I think it was the then president or prime minister, it could have been both, basically decided to try and deflect from that by winding up the Albanians. Politicians, right? So that's why it's not completed, because it wasn't just the Albanians who were pissed off. Lots of Macedonian people and Serb Orthodox people and whatever else, they all kind of looked at it and went, "Why are you trying to annoy these people? You're getting investigated for blatant corruption and you decide that this is the time to try and cause ethnic strife in a country that already has some." So basically it backfired. Nobody took the government's side. The Macedonians didn't take their side because they don't want any more crap going on in their country, obviously. The Albanians were pissed off. People here are trying to get along. But of course, if there's any sort of wee problem, any sort of strife that a politician can exploit, that's exactly what they would do. And so now we just have essentially the remains of stupid politicians wasting money on fuck all. Sorry, I told you I'd swear, I can't help it, but Jesus Christ, what a stupid thing to do. Ah, that looks locked. Why is there so many locked doors? Are they trying to make me unhappy? Yeah, pricks. Right, okay, well, we're not going up there to the highest point. Highest point of the highest tower? What is that? Is that Cinderella, Rapunzel? What is that? I've forgotten. But never mind, we don't need it. We don't need... We have our panoramic-ish view. We understand how strategically important this place was. Right, I'm way back down here now, and if these tourists are not gone, I am going to tell them to move. So, this should be fun. Ah, they're gone. But there's no stairs. How did they two clowns get up there without stairs? I refuse to believe it. He had a big backpack and all that. Oh, this place is fucking rotten. Look at the state of this. Why would you do that? Why would you come to a historic place like that and start littering? I mean, I understand having a drink with the lads and whatnot, but that's fucking disgraceful. Jesus Christ. Right, so we want to get up there without a stair. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to put this camera down and climb that. Oh, I'm going to break something. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, gads, man. Oh, I've touched something that's in between those boards. That's minging. Right, we made it. Woo, just about. Although I'd rather need to wash my hands. I kind of feel disgusting now, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, we're here. Totally worth it. So, now that I've got a better view, let me just show you what I mean by this place being able to overlook pretty much all of the city. Like I mentioned earlier on, the waterways were also obviously very important back then. Enemy ships, in case there are enemy boats or anything, or landing craft, which sounds like something you go to the moon with, but no. Anything like that, you don't want it. Trebuchet time, or catapults, or fire and brimstone, whatever you've got really. Later, of course, you could just shoot lots of cannon at it. I really kind of want to know what this is all about. I mean, it's clearly, I say clearly, it's got to be right. It's from the Yugoslav period. I wonder what that was for. It's just it's the many layers of civilization that have occupied this fortress and built their own stuff on top of it. It's really quite something else, actually. I highly recommend this for anybody who wants to come to it. Now, of course, there would have been in the distance there, I don't know if you can see him. Where is it? In the distance there, you can see Philip, the one-eyed, Alexander's dad. Of course, they wouldn't have been on this fortress that was built long after they died. And of course, there is a debate, especially if you're Greek, as to whether they even occupied this land or whether it was Thracian land and stuff like that. But that's for a different time, I'd think. This is a very beautiful city. I know we can't quite promise you the weather. It's the middle of the winter. Although it is very bright, hence my sunglasses. It's not sunny, but it is bright, which is a bit weird. But there you go. And that there has probably got to be one of my favourite buildings in the city. It's unbelievably beautiful. It's got the nice bridges near it and stuff like that. But now comes the fun part. The part where I need to try and get back down there without seriously injuring myself. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this. Right, okay. Oh, I hope my camera doesn't fall off this thing and break either. Oh, I don't want to touch this, it's disgusting. Ugh. Right, okay. We'll see how good my knees are, because they've been taking a doing over the past few months, jumping about everything. Oh, for fuck's sake, that was sore. Oh man. Whew. Oh, right, okay, I'm testing my luck a wee bit here, to be honest. I'm going to be one of those guys who needs a knee transplant by the time he's about 40. Not gonna lie to you folks, I don't know why there's a random shed there. But with more battlements to walk, that looks very dangerous. So let's go. Oh, right, aye. This might be where it ends, lads and ladies. Could you imagine how many cordons and fences would be required on that to stop you from falling over if that was somewhere in Western Europe? Oh, oh Jesus! Right, aye, okay. You know, aye, we'll do it. No guts, no glory, and all that. If I fall down from that, I am one dead man. Nice wee view though. Oh, I feel nervous even putting the camera down there. Oh, I don't like that. I've never been scared of heights, to be honest with you. It's the older I get, the more heights freak me out, and I don't know why. As do random huts that look like Leatherface lives in them. There's another one. It's the sort of place tourists come to die, right? Aye, okay. Right, fine. You've convinced me. Ooh. Absolutely no idea. Hopefully just a wee storage shed, hopefully not a tourist trap, like quite literally a trap. That would be a dampener on the evening. Kidnapped and sodomized or something, I don't know. I don't know why I put these ideas in my head, man, but I'm convinced that one of these days I'm going to be doing one of these videos and somebody's just going to say, oh, look at this guy. He's made an error. Let's sell him. Right, so I'm heading down to show you random castle turret that looks like you can walk into it. But yeah, it looks as if I can actually go right inside it, so that'll be interesting. I think there used to be a sign there that says don't bother, but well, I can't read it. So never mind. Oh, there's a very shady looking guy in there. Okay, if I don't come back alive, it was the guy in here that done it. Oh, great, another death trap. That's what we need. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm not going to stand here long. Ah, that's what you're getting. It's just a guy giving me the death stare. Standing randomly out on a ledge. Well, there you go. I just gave him an awkward wee, you know. Just kept walking to the edge and hoped he didn't volley me off of it, but he never. He was preoccupied doing whatever the fuck he was doing. Oh man, some close calls today. Just random bits of the castle you can just fall off, and random guys hanging about in castle turrets. That's always a good sign, right? Anyway, Honestly, still can't get over that. How they thought, I know, I'm being investigated for corruption, so let's piss off the Albanians and the local Macedonians will come to our rescue. Of course the Macedonians aren't that stupid, they knew exactly what you were up to, you sneaky fucker. Not going to happen for you, is it? Bloody politicians, no matter where you go. I mean, I'm not saying they're all the same, there are some who are better than others, obviously. But when push comes to shove, they're all just playing the game, aren't they? Then I suppose the game was there before they were, so maybe they need to sometimes. Can I go through that big gate there? Is that something I can do? I don't know if it is. My terrible camera skills on show for you there. See that? Woo. I really should buy a GoPro or something, shouldn't I? But it's nah, sealed off. Right, well, we're not doing that, are we? Well, I think that might be it for the battlements part. I'm just going to see if there's much else. So many layers of history, I'm determined to see something else before I go. So another example there of what I was telling you. All the various different building styles and techniques that people have deployed here over the years, building their own barracks and the like. Hopefully there's a wee plaque telling me who built it and when, but there's not much of that here. Good thing about it is though, because they haven't made much effort with this place, they've just left it open. They've dug down, they've excavated it a wee bit. But because they haven't really commercialised it yet, it's free to get in, so you can just walk in whenever you want. I have no idea what this was. No idea, not a Scooby-Doo, man. But whatever it was, it looks as if it was well built. Could have been barracks, you know. Could have been homes, you know, for the generals. Could have been could have been storage facilities for their weaponry. You never know. That bit there, though. That looks very, not that bit there, that bit there looks very Ottoman-y. Ottoman-y, is that a word? I don't know why, I look at it and the first instinct I get is Ottoman. Although it could be Roman. The Romans built those arches, the Ottomans built those arches, it could be one or the other. Interesting cultural crossover that, but there you go. Right, what have we got here? Obviously that arch didn't survive for whatever reason. Maybe it was poorly built, maybe it was somebody hit it with a cannonball. We'll never know. Do not cross, well, no hablo inglés, señor. I'm crossing. Try and stop me. Hopefully the tourists behind me aren't a bunch of grassies, otherwise I'm in a Macedonian prison tonight, lads. Woo. They want to imagine what they do to a pretty wee thing like me. And to think, I nearly never did this video today. I nearly patched it totally, because I've just went and bought Football Manager. But I figured sitting for 8 hours non-stop searching databases for players was probably a bit more geeky than this shit, so I came here today and I just decided to do this. Plus I have like a 12-hour bus journey to get to Istanbul next to kill, so perfect for that. I don't know why they say do not cross. I'll probably find out soon if a brick hits me, but yeah, never mind. Now, I don't think you can go in there. Well, that door does look kind of open. Oh, I'm really testing my luck here, man. Oh god, this entire thing's gonna shatter. Right, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Let's see if we can see inside though what we got. Oh, nice. Alright, so we've got archways and looks as if they were building a... I don't know if you can see that, I think you probably can. Looks as if they were building like a museum type thing in there, then they just stopped. Maybe when the world came to a standstill last year. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what else we can find on our forbidden travels. Anything else? Anything else? No, I don't think so. I think it's just... It's probably just in case some more of that arch collapses on your head, probably, but we'll be careful. We'll be very careful. And if we're not, well, you'll know I've made a mistake. Won't be the first, and it certainly won't be the last. What's this glass building here? See, like I say, I think it looks like they were trying to do something with this and then they just stopped. Part of me hopes they do, but then part of me also hopes they don't, because then they might actually start charging you money to get in here, and that would be a terrible shame. I do so detest paying fees for things that I feel I should be able to do for free. They don't seem to be grassy. Are they kicking rubbish a bit? I swear to God, man, see if they're kicking rubbish about the place. I'm gonna go off my rocker. That is the most disrespectful thing I can ever. Oh wow. Whew. I hate tourists. Oh, let's take a group picture. Let's take a group picture. Fucking assholes. Tell you, I hope that rubbish was on the ground before they rocked up to it. I really, really do. Did they really just come in here to take a couple of pictures next to the turrets and then kick some rubbish about then leave? Is that really what they did there? Oh wow, man. See if I start roundhousing every single one of them, do you think I'm justified? I think I might be. Here's one of these other do not cross signs that I am not listening to or reading, because you know, no hablo inglés, señor. That one's a bit more hard to miss. It's right, let's get on here. Do not cross, shut up. Right. Oh, that looks rather dodgy. We'll see if there's anything weird in there in a minute. Right, so they've got some stairs, some generators, take you right down. Oh, I'm fascinated. I need to know what's going on. Come on, please be a sign. Tell me what this is at least. You've deprived me already. Oh, we have bales of hay. And my reflection in the window, that's great. Alright, good recording, Daniel. Very good. See, I can understand why they wouldn't want me going near that. That looks a bit shady. That could literally just break if you looked at it the wrong way. But what do we have here? They really don't want me going in there. Which means I'm going to peer through the window. Oh, there we go. My stupid reflection again, and I nearly fell down some stairs. Fantastic work. They've definitely tried to build something in there and then they've just thought, nah, can't be bothered. I'll come back to that one in a minute. Right, let's go and see this hidden passage. Oh. determined to get myself injured and hurt or killed or taken away in one of these places, aren't I? Oh, it's pitch black, man. Maybe that do not cross sign, I should maybe have heeded that this time, but never mind. Oh, shelf. Oh man, right, okay. Oh, right. You can go in first, Mr. Camera, and the people watching. If something jumps out, oh man. I'm not lying, I'm actually shiting myself here a wee bit. Hola! Oh man. Hello? Am I alive in there? And do I jump out at me? No? Sure? Right. Haha. Well, it's a nope from me, and a nope for whatever else is living in there. Nope, nope, absolutely not. Nope, 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 nope. Absolutely not. Nope. Mm-mm. Never happening. Oh, that's should I go in a bit? No, because it looked as if it was like a steep fall, and nobody's finding you in there. You fall down there, you're on your own to die with snapped legs. Nope. Let's go look at that dodgy bit though. The bit that looks like it might collapse. Let's go look at that and hope that the caretaker guy doesn't catch me, because he's pacing around over there. I'm sure it's his job to make sure I never looked at any of that stuff, but I did anyway, because I am, well, in stealth mode, even though I've got a camera and I'm not very quiet or subtle about anything I do, so. Oh, you can even see the different layers of architecture on that as well. See what I mean about all the different types of brickwork and stuff like that, obviously been built, rebuilt, built back on top of. Interesting stuff. This looks a bit dangerous as well though, so I'm not going to say anything about how dangerous it looks. It's all cracked and broken and... I think that's as far as we can go, to be honest. Let's get to it here. Now of course, this channel wouldn't be this channel if I didn't take the time, no matter where I am or what I'm looking at, to indulge something that fascinates me to no end. And I've just been walking along the battlements here and I've seen one of the finest sights you will see from the top of a medieval fortress. Or would it be ancient fortress? Ancient fortress, goes back further. But anyway, details. Not only does the wall just end here and you could fall to your death very easily. But look at this for a view. I do love a good football stadium. Look at that. Look at it, it's massive. You're in a country with about 2 million people and that's the football stadium. Okay. And not only that, but North Macedonia are actually doing very well at the minute. They were never a particularly, how should I put this? They were never a great team, to be totally honest with you, but they're doing very well in their qualification group. And I actually hope that they make it to the World Cup. Obviously if they draw Scotland, I hope they get their asses pumped, but you know, hopefully we can avoid them in the draw, we can get somebody else and we can both make it there. Ah, there you go. Random castle wall just ends, and in the distance you get a brilliant wee football stadium. Absolutely love it, man. Now the trick is to get down from here. Okay. That should be fine, eh? Okay, it's okay, he says as he hurts himself badly. Oh, right. Don't think I was supposed to be up there, to be honest. But never mind, the wee caretaker, oh, that's an easy word for me to say, caretaker guy. I don't know what he's up to, but he's definitely not doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is good for me, because it means I get to walk along all this stuff without anybody bothering me. Tell you something else, they do love a good flag in North Macedonia here. As I explained in my other video, they are beset on all sides by people who want a piece of them. So they have to sort of fly their colours high to demonstrate who they are, which I can respect. There we go. Huh?
This direction is a canyon Matka, very unique place.
Yeah, I know.
I'd like to drive you 20 euro for your special price.
Ah, don't worry, I'm okay, pal, thank you.
No water?
No, it's okay, thank you.
I'd like to wash my car, no water.
Yeah. Guy's wanting to drive me to the canyon there. Very nice of him. When they still go, where are you from? You know what's coming. But it's nice to be nice. There's no point in being rude to people. They're just trying to make a living. I was wondering when I was walking around here, where's the main gate? Because the bit you walk up is not the main gate, it's just like a ramp bit that takes you through a metal gate where the wee caretaker guy eyeballs you and then you walk in. But I found it. And it's been closed up. Ah, right, that makes perfect sense. You know the gate I showed you earlier on that I said was closed and we couldn't go through it? That's the main gate, it was the other side of it. There it is there, or at least I'm assuming that would be the main gate. Wonder how high up that is. Oh, that's made of very rickety looking wood. Ooh. Oh, I'm not sure that's a clever idea. Fuck it. Oh, I can feel it creaking underneath me. Oh. Wonder, would it not have made more sense to create a wee river there? You know, a wee moat of sorts. Seems to be, yeah, it seems a bit silly, to be honest. Maybe there was back in the day, maybe they did build a moat here back in the day. Of course, castles that have got multiple layers of wall and surrounded by water, like Caernarfon in Wales, for example. That place was practically impregnable. Why? Because you had to get across the water first before you could even get past the first layer of wall. Good luck to you. Not many folk managed that. In fact, I don't think anybody really managed that. Maybe I'll take a wee trip to South Wales sometime. Have a look at that for myself. It's definitely a place I'd like to go. I come from an island with thousands and thousands of castles on it, and yet here I am looking for castles and fortresses in every other part of the world. Found another one. Another random artillery gun. The only thing I can't really tell you is, was it an anti-personnel gun? Was it an anti-tank gun? Was it a anti-aircraft even? Yeah, it doesn't look big enough to be anti-aircraft, does it? But, a fortress built by the Romans. And we have guns, because that's how recently it was actually being used. Oh, look at the mechanisms in that. That must have been a pain. Does it still work? Does it still turn? No, just there for show. This big heat in. Okay. Let's just shoot some trees. Anyway, I could sit there all day trying to work out the mechanics of that, but I am not qualified enough. I was just about to end the video, and then I saw that. Oh, I don't know why I do this to myself. Right, let's see what we've got then. I think that might be the exit to the one that I was shitting myself about a minute ago. Fuck off, man. Oh, I'm on the edge here, and my nerves are shot, and guys are just tooting their horn for a laugh. I need danger, mate. Hello? Aye, there's no way I'm getting in there. Absolutely not, man. It's no. Especially because that one, as you can see, it's just a random door that somebody's put in, and all of the rest of them have gates over them. I'm thinking maybe there's a reason for that. Oh, aye, right, well, you know. Right, well, that's me today. I'm away home to have a cup of tea before I have a nervous breakdown. See you next time.